Lulu, and this is Kristina. Welcome to our short, quick booty blaster. Let's get started. All fours. This is a great class to add on, but if you're just doing it alone, or either way, take a breath in with an arch of the spine, lift the chin, breath out, push the floor, feel your hips, maybe work your hips back, left to right. It's always nice to arrive, really set the pace with intention and care. Let's do this. Weight behind the right knee, which is optional. You do not need to use the weight. In fact, I might release the weight halfway through. Hold that weight. That's kind of important because I want that hamstring to turn on. And as you lift your right knee up, notice if one hip's sticking out and really match the hips. So hips are level. You could rest a cup of some nice tea or juice, Kristina, on the celery juice on your sacrum. Pulse. Just pulse, not full range, just pulse. Wrap the belly in, outer hips hug. So I tend to see this a lot. And what this is doing is this over contracting the back, and it's not getting into the area we want, which is the low part of the glute maximus. Squeeze the heel to the butt for this last part, because I want that right lower part, right where the hamstring meets the butt, to fire. 3, 2, belly wraps in. 1, just pivot, just rotate. I don't know if that's a pivot. The right knee up and push the right foot, like you're trying to stamp your right foot to the left. So cross the midline. This will get into a little bit of a different area. Wrap your belly in, push the floor away. Notice your breath. Make sure that neck is happy so it's not tweaked up here or hanging out. It's just neutral. It's nice. 3, 2. Now lift that part of the leg up. This is the last. This is just the last one on this portion. 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold. Big breath. Wrap the belly. Bring the knee to knee. Butt back. You can use as heavy as an 8-pound weight in my recommendation. Work that right butt to the right, right into the other side. Weight behind left knee. Squeeze that weight so you get into the hamstring. Palm the earth. Take care, take intention to do this with purpose. So we're not just kind of flopping around here. We're really pushing through that left foot, focusing. Where you focus, the energy goes to. It's just a true thing. So focus where we want to feel it. And where we want to feel it is the lower glute maximus, which is right where that sit bone is. And here's what's cool. We sit on it a lot. So what happens when we sit on our butt a lot? It goes dormant. The muscle doesn't remember how to turn on. We're trying to turn it on now. Yeah. So squeeze the weight behind the knee and pulse, energize the foot. Wrap the belly, outer hips hug in. 3, you got it. 2, 1, left knee just lifts up. So you have knee and ankle fairly in one line. Push the left foot, pushing it toward your right, It's an interesting movement. Squeeze that weight behind that left knee. Wrap the belly and try not to do too much wiggle. Just push. This is more for the side of that left hip. 3, 2, hold the push, lift up from there into pulse. This is just the last one. This one is kind of that corner pocket of that left butt. 5, notice where you want to feel it. You don't have to extra grip, just pulse it up. In 10, we'll be done. Push the floor away, wrap your belly, let the belly help. Neck. 3, notice, be right with the sensation. 2, and hold till it's shaking. Squeeze the weight behind the knee, knee to knee. Woo, stretch the hips to the left, arms to the right. Walk your way through to your back. Yes, I'm excited to lay down. Work your feet down on the ground, lower down, rest. Weights are optional again. You can place them right at your hip creases. Plant your feet. So they're just, if you were to use your hands, you could just tickle your heels, or hip width apart. Push through the earth, lift your bum up and hold all the way down. So we'll do full range of motion, just keep it simple. Up and down about 20 seconds. You don't have to over clench the butt, it will work, but you can resist weights into the hips. As you lower, it's just a hover, lift back up. Really feel the heels of your feet root down. That's gonna make a difference. As you come, you could go your own pacing. It's just a couple more. We'll pulse it on the top in 5, full range here. Exhaling on the top. Yes, getting so strong in all the areas we want it. And hold, little pulses straight up, little pulses straight up, about 10. Belly is massaging in, focusing on our butt, our happy hips. 3, 2, hold it on the top. Transfer both weights to the right leg. So you can just use one or you could use both. Tip the right hip up. So just kind of like you're like nudging your right hip up. So you can have both weights in that right leg, on that right hip crease, nudging the right hip up, pushing through the right heel. 3 more, 2 more. Stay lifted but center it out. Left leg up, weights are still both to the right hip. Left leg up to the sky, but down and up full range. Just 10. So you don't have to have both weights in that right hip, but you can lower one, work through that right heel. 3. So if you want more, you guys, 2, lower the left leg halfway and lift up from there. That's way harder. Just 5. You feel that? 3. Pushing through the right heel. 2. Hold the left leg halfway down, lift through the butt. Now again, tip that or hook that right hip, nudge that right hip up like your little dancer. 3, 2, and hold, squeeze, lift, and foot down, weights down. Stretch that right ankle, bring the right ankle over the left thigh, just give it a hug for a moment, and we do it all again. Legs up, feet the earth, put the feet down, about hip width, plant through your heels. That'll make a big difference. Weights to the hip, both of them each side, full range. Noticing that the knees are just directly in line with the hips and they're right over your ankles. So it's hard really to see that unless you had a mirror, but you want to set it up. You want to set it up so that you're working to the most efficient possible way, in a healthy way. Again, you don't have to over grip. Sometimes that just grips the back. Push through the feet. 5 more. Notice the right butt versus the left butt. We've done more on the right butt. You might feel it different there. It's kind of interesting to notice. 3, 2, hold it on the top, and little pulses, feeling the strength of your hips. 5, pushing evenly through your feet. That'll support your body. Hold. Bring the weights to the left hip. I'm just going to use one. I have 8 pounds. It feels pretty heavy, but you can put both here to start. Left hip lifts up like you're just kind of doing a little dance move, and you're lifting that left hip point up and kind of just a small range. 5, 4. Yes. Feel that left hip lift. Push through the left heel. Hold center. Right leg up. Just bring it up straight, butt down and up. I still want those weights, both of them in the left hip. If one hip's lower than the other, try to balance the hip points out. Push through the left heel. I think this side's a little harder. 1, I don't think my left hip is as strong as my right. And 2, we've already worked a side. So we're getting tired. You'll feel this in the hamstring. If you want more, right leg halfway down, lift it up. Oh, right leg halfway down. 5. Feel the lower part of your butt. Feel how well this is working. 3, hold. 2, hold. 1. Now keep that right leg halfway. Both weights in the left hip. Left hip lifts up. Like you're just trying to nudge something up. Lifting that left hip. Feel how strong your butt's getting. 3, 2, and hold. Back to center. Right foot down. Butt down. Left ankle crosses. Right thigh. Yes. Hug it in just for a moment. And just one more to seal the deal. Still on our back. Feet down. Weights back to both. Either side of both hips. Root through your heels again. Push down. Lift the butt. And we'll draw circles. Circles one direction. Doesn't matter which direction. Just circles. Little circles. Now go the other way. Lubricating the tissues with circles. 3, 2, 1. Hold it on the top and pulse the knees in together toward each other. Keep the butt as high as it will go without over clenching. Just pulsing the knees in. Pulse the knees out just a little bit out. Very good. 3, 2, 1. Right leg up and switch. I just want you to walk your legs. 5, pushing the floor away. 4, just rinsing everything out. 3, this is our final little, this is kind of a little bit easier, but I just want to rinse it all out. Now, last one to the left. Right leg steps forward, pulls the butt up and switch. Left leg reaches forward, pulls the butt up and switch. One more each side, pulls the butt up and switch. Left leg pulls the butt up. Now hold at your fullest range and just isometric hold. Focus on the lower part of the butt. This is the last one. This is it. We're not doing any more. It's a short little series just to get things fired up. Make sure that back's not hurting. I just want you to isometric hold. Relax the back of your head into the earth. Try to relax the shoulders. Root through your heels. Lift up and push the weight into the hips. Resist. Resist. Feel it. 1 breath in. 1 breath out. Lower your butt. Bring the weights to the side. Windshield wiper the knees right to left. Arms out. Just a couple times. Hug your knees to your chest. Give yourself a good squeeze. And we just lay down just for a breath to feel the effects of working through our hips, strengthening everything. Breath in. Let yourself relax. Let everything melt. Let the tissues soften into the earth. And as you're ready, we'll roll to our side. Rise up to a seat. Gratitude, grateful for being able to work in this way and be present here together. Thank you so much for joining, Kristina. Thank you. Namaste.